I appreciate everybody who is here. Let me know if you have any questions. This is my 4 o'clock live where we talk about going live with confidence and ease. So I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions, my friends. I appreciate everybody joining. So we are going to get started in just a few moments. We are going to go into the TikTok side as well as we are connecting and growing over there and building community. So I appreciate everybody coming in. If you are new to the live, feel free to say new in the chat. Feel free to say new in the chat. Say hello, how you doing? Nice to see you, Doc. Appreciate everybody coming through. We're going to have a good live. We have a couple things we're going to talk about. From the live earlier, we were busy chatting and connecting with folks. So it was a great conversation. So we're just going to do a part two on the conversation. So appreciate everybody being here. If you are new to the live, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and like the live. If not, new, say hello, how you doing, Doc? Also, click that subscriber button and the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. So we are live, friends. So come in, let me know if you have questions. Um, I want to make sure you guys are getting some good information. We are gonna, let's see if I can figure this out a little bit. I always want to make sure everything is symmetrical. So I don't know if it's going to be totally the way I want it, but we'll see if we can get it there. Get a little closer. So hopefully everybody is here having a good time. We are going to go on TikTok as well. So we're going to go over there on the TikTok side and we're going to get to connecting and growing over there. So I appreciate it. So appreciate everybody coming through. Feel free to connect with me if you have questions. We are going to put this out there to our community. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. If you have questions, come on up and just wanted to make sure I shared and I said hello. Appreciate it. Let me know if there's any questions, friends. Thank you all for being here. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Um, so I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Appreciate it. How are you all doing? I appreciate you and everything that you're doing and showing up. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everyone who is coming through. Thank you so much. We are getting ready to go live. So feel free to come in, ask questions. Let me know how's everything going. Thank you so much. If you're new to my live, I'd say give me a like, give me a thumbs up. That's the first thing you should do. And then you should click that subscriber button so you can subscribe to the channel, as well as that bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. And then put in the chat new, hello, happy Sunday, something. So I know you're here. So I appreciate you all being here. You guys know the routine. We go live actively on TikTok first. I'm sorry, we go live on YouTube first and then we go over to TikTok. So TikTok is where we are talking and chatting and building community. So feel free to like the live, subscribe to the channel, as well as click that bell to get notification when I go live and post content. And so we are about to go live on the TikTok streets as well. So I appreciate everybody who is coming through. Feel free to connect and like the live. If you guys are new to the live, feel free to like the live as well as connect. So I appreciate all the support. You guys are going to see, I'm trying to make sure my shadows are not there. So appreciate everybody who's coming in. Appreciate all the support. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So thank you all for being here. Let me know if you have any questions as we get started in just a few minutes. I'm about to go live. So I appreciate all the support. So feel free to come in, ask questions as we get going. So thank you so much, friends. I appreciate all the support. So we are going to get started in just a few minutes. Thank you all for being here. Give me a like. If you're still hanging around, then that means that you are listening. And it's no reason why you shouldn't be liking the live. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. We're going to get started. I have a couple topics to cover on the TikTok side that people were asking today. So I want to make sure I get those conversations going. And let me know if there's any questions. Um, Happy to answer questions as well. Okay, so we're gonna kind of go through the screen phasing through. All right, friends, appreciate that. TikTok live, TikTok live, TikTok live. We are talking all things going live. If you are a beginner and you want to go live on TikTok and you're trying to figure out this algorithm, come on in. We are talking about how to go live on TikTok. So feel free to come in, ask questions. How do I go live with confidence and ease? Come in, ask questions, friends. We are talking about TikTok Live, how to be a live host, how to build your community. Thank you all for being here. Come on in. If you are curious, I'm giving TikTok Live tips and strategies. So come in. Let me know if you have questions. I want to teach you how to go live on TikTok. So come on in, put in the chat, hello, how you doing? Hey, Love Universified. How are you, friend? Come on in. We are back. It is 4 o'clock, a little after 4. You guys see, I tried to come a little bit earlier on time. But we are talking about how to go live. So we are giving live stream tips. So come in if you are curious how to go live, how to build your confidence, how to go live with confidence and ease. Come on in. We're going to talk about how to start the live streaming process because I have beginner tips, but we're also going to talk about engagement. And so we had a couple of topics that we did at our 10 o'clock that I'm going to spill over to today at 4 o'clock. But I want you to go live. We're going to learn how to go live on TikTok. So this is a TikTok live hosting conversation. So if you want to go live and be a TikTok live host, come on in. We're going to talk all things going live on TikTok. So thank you so much for coming in. If you have questions, if you're trying to figure out how to engage, how to build your community, come in. We're going to talk about the strategies you need to be successful as a live host. So come in. We're talking about TikTok Live, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those gifts, that radiant launch. Thank you for that support, friends. I appreciate everybody coming through. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live and liking the live, I would appreciate all the support, friends. I'm going to add my live to my story so people see that I am live right now. So I appreciate the support, you all. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me know if you have questions. Come on in. I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. So we are talking all things going live. So feel free to come back and share any questions that you have. We're going to talk about how to go live on TikTok, okay? TikTok live streaming is what we're talking about. And then in the meantime, I'm sharing out my live as we speak. And we're going to get to talking in, hold on one second. And I appreciate everybody coming through. Let me know if you are a beginner. If you are new to my live, feel free to put new in the chat. We have people coming and going right now. Custom gifts for you. How you doing? Hallie Q, how you doing, friend? Hallie Q, I saw your message. I don't know if you saw that. I saw your message, but I appreciate your friend. How's everything going? Hey, we're talking. When I'm talking, friend, I'm talking to all of us, pointing back at me as well. We all it's part of how this game is played. When you think about engagement, you got to be an engager to get engagement. Engagement begets engagement. Hello, friends. How you doing? Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you for that. So we are getting it done, friend. I love it. I love it. I love it. So look at you, friend. Hey, friend, this is a process. Thank you so much for that. I love TikTok live balloons. Thank you all for supporting the live. I appreciate it. Hey, Dion. Dion, you always bring a smile on my face. Dion was like, I'm here. Hey, Hey friend, how you doing? How's everything going for you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining the live. We'll get started in a second. Custom gifts for you. Thea, thank you so much for coming in. We are talking all things going live. So if you are interested in TikTok live streaming or TikTok live tips and strategies, come in. We got beginner tips. We had a great 10 o'clock. I have to admit, that was actually it's been a minute. TikTok has been mistreating me, so it's been a minute. So it was good to have a lively live. So I really appreciate everybody who came in, asked questions. It was a lot of engagement. So feel free to ask questions. Hey, beautiful, miss you so much, and unfortunately can't say that's okay. That's okay. It was good that you stopped by. I appreciate you, friend. And so it was good to have that great conversation. So custom, let me know, Fred. I think you're a returner. Custom gifts for you. I think you're a returner. Did you have a question in particular? Let me know what question you wanted me to address, and I'm happy to answer questions. I think I was going to talk about Scale Live Rewards. Somebody asked me about Leaves, which is under Scale Live Rewards, and I also was going to talk about TikTok Shop as well. So I'm happy. I'm gonna save shop for last because people will come in and then they'll start asking questions about that. So I'll pause on that conversation. But people also ask the question about content disclosure as well as audience control. So I was gonna show that too. My volume is low. Love your background. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Is it low on your end or is my end low? Let me know if there's an audio issue that you're having from my end. I'm always cognizant of if my volume is too low. But I'm not using a microphone. That's my next enhancement. I have a microphone. I just have not connected it. I need to sit down and figure it out with the interface and stuff. But with that, let me know if there's a microphone, a sound issue on my end. I'm happy to answer questions about that too. Um, Thank you all for coming in. We are talking all things going live. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live and tapping as well so we can get some more shares going. I shared it with some groups and shared it out. If you guys don't mind sharing it as well, I would appreciate it. Let me know if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say share. There's an arrow in the corner. You click that and you can repost. Hey, Black Lotus, you can repost as well as add it to your story and then share it to individuals or a group. Sorry, I can't type. I was interested in knowing about the content disclosure and audience. Okay, that's good. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Let's get a few more friends in the room and I'll share some information. So just stay with me a little longer. No, your volume is great. Okay, it's on your end. Okay, perfect. Thank you for the follow, Vintage Bestie. How are you then, friend? Let me know if you have questions. Like I said, I always want to answer questions if you guys are trying to figure this thing out. Thank you for the daily hurt me. Appreciate it. That grumpy old dude. I wish I could go live. Hey, friend. What's the delay? What do you mean? You got 20K followers. Come on now. Let's do this. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. What do you mean you wish you could go live? You have a grayed out blue box that's 16. It says my Heya video was featured on the TV show The Talk on CBS. Oh, nice. So what's the hold up? What's holding you back from going live? Hello all. Thank you so much, Vintage Bessie. Bestie. Bessie. Manifest mindset and motivations in your bio. Awesome, friend. Oh, thank you, Dion. Appreciate you. Thank you for the balloons. Appreciate you, friend. I'm out, can't turn up, sad. Oh, that's okay, friend. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're doing well, okay? Um, I can't talk to people like that. You can't talk to people like that. I just can't I just can't ramble. you do you ramble? Is that what you mean by you do ramble, or you're saying us people here we ramble? Let me know which one it is. Yeah. What's the problem? Let's go. I heard that. Let's go. That was how she was talking to you, friend. So, no, let me say this. Here's the deal. When it's time to go live, a lot of it in the beginning does feel like maybe you're rambling. It could feel that way. What I would tell you though is that you shouldn't go live and not have at least a structure of what you want to talk about. It could be talking points, an outline. You could even have a script if you needed it. Okay. So the beauty of this is that I tell people all the time, you're talking to yourself as you are live streaming and you having this conversation, you see you. At the end of the day, there's people on the other side of that screen. Don't get me wrong. You guys are all out there. But at the end of the day, I see myself. So what I do is like, I'm having a conversation with me. And on top of that, I'm having a conversation with me that is very, you know, engaging and interesting. It's that alter ego that you would have for yourself. You're like, okay, I want to make sure I get my message across, and how would I say it to my friend, my best friend, the person I love the most, which is me. You know what I'm saying? So just know that that's how you're doing this. So as you're going live and you're having this conversation, you shouldn't be afraid. You said, I'm afraid getting to what, friend? Vintage Bessie, what's that, friend? Getting to what? Let me know what you meant by that. It didn't finish. Because rambling is sort of required unless you sing, perform, make, create, dance, work out. Let me post that, pin that, because to your point, you are rambling. We all ramble. We you kind of, that's part of the whole live streaming process. Now, some of it, obviously, like I said, you can have some structure in a way that you're like, okay, here's the different things we're going to discuss. Like even when I started this live, I said, oh, we're going to talk about content disclosure, audience control. We'll talk about that as it relates to the live stream process. We're going to talk about scale live rewards. That's something else I'm going to cover. And then we're going to also talk about TikTok Shop. People ask that for my 10 o'clock because I go live twice a day. So people ask that stuff, ask those questions, and I said, I'll spill it over to this live. So at the end of the day, I have structure, and I know I'm going to segue to those three topics. But in the meantime, I'm getting to know y'all. And I'm going to always get to know y'all because I always talk to my audience. So yeah, that's important, friend. I tried going live once and lasted, hold on, it went away from me, lasted 8 minutes. Let me unpack that for a second. Let me catch up on comments. I'm gonna unpack that because that is important to recognize. There are so many options. Absolutely, many no nos. Oh, you're talking about in terms of the platform itself, like the do's and don'ts. Yeah. So, how do you get rid of bots? Um, well, what do you mean, like the trolls? People are saying mean, nasty things, or just kind of spamming your chat. When you press the words, like if I press your word on the screen, yes. When you press the words, a screen pops up and you can mute, block, or report them if it's something inappropriate. You also can click someone's photo when you're the live host. If you click their photo, it shows these three lines in the top right corner. You click that, and that's where you can mute, block, and report as well. So it's two different ways to get to it. But yeah, you can actually remove those people from your live stream and block and report them also. Um, how do you, so let me say the 8 minutes. Thank you for sharing that. You lasted 8 minutes. I will tell you, actually, that was fine. I'm going to say that's fine. Thank you for the follow, Dash Willow. Thank you for that, Chrissy. I'm going to say that was fine because the very first, you got to do three lives, 3 separate days for a total of 30 minutes. So when you're first live, if it was just 8 minutes, that's fine. The next live can be 12 minutes. Between the 8 and the 12, you got 20 minutes. Next live can be 10 minutes. Then you got your 30 minutes. So you got three lives that you did a total of 30 minutes. Now, what I would tell you is I would do the math differently. I would make sure I'm constantly scaling and growing. So my first live, like you did, 8 minutes, fine. You played around, you got used to the platform. It was a little intimidating, a little scary, but you did it. You come back again. Okay, you got to come back. You keep coming back. You come back again and go live. And in that sense, hey Cynthia, thank you so much for being here. In that live, I would try to go 15 minutes. I would try to double it, maybe 16 minutes. And so you go live a little longer. All right. And then you play around. You can play around with the effects. This is an effect. There's other ones that are in the wand. You can play around with that. You can play around with some of the other features here. Just get to know what's here, the lay of the land. And then you can talk to people who are coming in. Hey, Diana. You can talk to people who are coming in. You can read their bios. You saw me read someone's bio. So again, you're getting comfortable with the platform. The third time, I would try to go a little longer. Maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So you're just extending it. So that's okay. In the beginning, you're getting acclimated. I don't say you jump in, both feet in and stay for an hour and all this other stuff. You don't have to. You don't have to. This is a process. But what's not going to be successful if you go and say, oh my God, I did 8 minutes and I'll never go again. No, that's not helping you. That's not growth. That's not transformation. So you got to stick with it. So that's what I would tell you. Stick with it. It gets better and it gets easier. I'm not saying it's easy. It gets easier over time as you become more familiar with it. I think I would do better with a co-host, but it's hard to find people just as funny as me. I think you don't need no co-host. You're so funny. You don't need no co-host. You just take the mic. So, but no, you can find some people, like maybe there's family members, maybe there's some other people who you can connect with and go live with. We got some funny people in our agency. Love Universify, you still in the room? She's hilarious. Coach Jessie, she's hilarious too. She's about to do a comedy show. So just know there's funny people out there. So you just depends on what you're trying to do, friend. Thank you all for the follows. I've seen some more people come in and follow. Thank you for the support. Okay, I'm gonna try again. The 8 minutes was about a year ago. Oh my gosh. Well, no, you gotta do three separate ones all over again. That 8 minutes don't count no more. You gotta start over. You gotta start over, my friend. But that's okay. Keep going. Hello, Divine. How are you, friend? Yes, that's what I did. I was surprised when I kept scaling. Each time go more and more and more people. There we go. TikTok gave me the flash go pretty early, you all. TikTok gave me 11 roses. Do you guys mind sharing one rose per person? One rose per person. This is a flash goal. TikTok puts that out there as a way for them to see if the room is activated, if people are here engaging and supporting. So they give us these tests, these flash goals. And so you got to give one per person, not multiple, just one per person, and that'll allow us to achieve the goal. So I think we're close. Ooh, 11. We did it. Oh, wow, look at there. Where's my sound effects? Nice. Appreciate it, you all. We did that quickly. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate the support. Come on back. Mrs. Treetop, I see you, friend. I see some of my other friends, short stuff. How are you? Hello, friend. Thank you all for supporting that flash go. Divine, how are you as well, friend? Come on in. How's everything going? Are you ready to start going live? Let us know, friend. Me needing and trying to work with co-hosts stalled my dreams for almost 5 years. Oh, wow. Halaku. That's huge. Halaku. If y'all get to her live, she's good. I'm just gonna say that. She real good, y'all. Get to her live. So you were waiting on other people to go live with. I can't believe that, friend. I cannot believe that. Just seeing how you are now. Oh my gosh. So you said that kept you held you back for 5 years. Y'all don't do it. Don't do it. You guys can do this. This is something you can do. So go live. Don't wait for other folks. You guys got this. Mimi, how are you? Mimi, you joined the agency. Oh, we are back again. Yes, I go live twice a day, friend. You got accepted. So congratulations. Congratulations. And on top of that, so next step, I need you to accept the invite. So you got 3 steps that you're gonna have to do. Okay. So now it's on you. You gotta accept my invitation. Once you accept my invitation, I'm gonna get a notification. And then oh no, you accepted already. I see the notification in here. I was like, what? Where's that notification? And it was there. I was like, oh, there's a notification sitting there. So you did already. So I think that you said I accepted already. I see your friend. So I now owe you something. I know I owe you my webpage. So I'm going to send it to you as a message from me. It's going to come from this account. I'm going to send it from this account, not the agency account. I'll send it from here, and it will have you're going to have to copy and paste into the browser for you to fill out my form. I have a contact form. So your email, all that stuff I'm going to get so I can invite you to today's meeting. You can come to today's meeting. Once I send that, if you fill it out in time, you'll get invited to today's. Well, will you? I'll try to make it happen for you. So get invited for today's meeting. If not, it'll be next week. So timing is going to be everything. And then also you'll be able to get invited to my school platform. So that's the third thing you're going to have to do. So once you fill out that form, you get an email confirmation. And in that email confirmation is my school platform community. And you will click that to join it. And I have to approve you, but you'll click to join. So those are the steps, friends. So you should be good once I send you the form. All right. Thank you all. Let's see. I want to catch up on some comments. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you everybody who's here. We're going to do a part 2 conversation from the 10 o'clock. We had a great engaging group. So I'm going to do part 2 of that conversation where I'm going to talk about content disclosure and audience control. I'm also going to talk about the scale live rewards. People ask about how do you monetize your live stream. So I'm going to tell you how to monetize. And then some people asked about TikTok Shop, so I'll end with that. I have a solid 2 hours. I'm gonna have a hard stop. Well, hour and a half now. I'm gonna have a hard stop at 6 o'clock because we do our 6:30 agency meeting. So if you want to join the agency, let me know. I'll probably end with that if you're curious about joining. Mimi joined from early today. It's a free program, so just know that it's free, and I'll tell you some more about it. I will help you if you need to co-host. Oh, Callie Q, there you go. Look at Black Lotus. I'm doing well. Short stuff. Good. It's published. It's published. Okay, perfect, friend. Thank you for sharing that. She's talking about our retreat. As an agency, we're doing a retreat, y'all. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So we'll do a retreat in June. So we got everything underway, and we'll be talking about that today at 6:30 as well. I was sabotaging myself, afraid of my own potential. Ooh, how cute. That fear. Fear is our worst enemy. If anything I could tell you, if anything, if y'all hear me, hear the words I'm saying, fear is your worst enemy. Because that's the whole thing that's keeping you back. And we like to mask fear as all these other excuses. Oh, my family, my kids, my this, my this. It's fear. It's fear. Because guess what? You could do it. There's plenty of people here doing it in spite of all the other things that are factors that are, we all have to deal with. People are doing it who have health concerns and other, vision impaired, hearing impaired. People are doing it. Okay? So fear. So so we need to unpack the fear. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But the fear is the biggest enemy. Do I gotta put on some nice clothes and change my George? It's up to you, friend. It's up to you. Right now, you just see my neck and above. So hey, it's up to you. How you ever do your life? Accepted already. I see that, friend. Thank you so much. I do a lot of videos, but Divine. But I'm intimidated by I'm keeping up with the news feed. What's that? What news feed? You keeping up with the news feed? You're intimidated by what, friend? Thank you for the follow. I see you all. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all following me as a live host. Sure. This pretty good. How like you? Because I spend all day in my jammies. Jimmies. In your jimmies. Okay. um, Thank you so much. I see. So when I talk to us about power, fear, and ascending, it's because I journeyed through it. Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. We all have friend. We well, I shouldn't say we all have. We all are working on that. Okay, but it's important that as you think about your life, this is this has been one of the most. I said this earlier at my 10 o'clock. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I said this earlier, my 10 o'clock. Grace, you're back. Okay, friend. Black Joy, how are you, friend? The people coming on my live. What do you mean? The people coming on your live you didn't like? I missed something divine. Start over for me, friend. I missed something. Or maybe you got filtered. Let me know if I missed something. What happened to the people in your life? Hey, Lisa. Um, the fear, I was about to comment on that. When I talk about, thank you for that. Thank you for the Daily Hermit. I think she means the chat. Okay, hi there. Hey, friend. The chat, the people commenting on her live, you went live, Divine, and you didn't like it. Somebody trolled you. Let me know if that's what you're saying. You said, I did a lot of videos. The reason I am intimidated by doing lives isn't it hard to keep up with people? Oh, you're saying keeping up with the chat. Well, first of all, there's a couple different things I would tell you. Thank you so much, friends who are coming in. Yes, okay. So as you could tell, I will pause and I will say, let me catch up with the chat. So that's something you can do. You can always kind of slow things down if your room is starting to move and people are commenting and things are moving quickly. So you can always try to, hey Charlene, try to slow the pace down a little bit. You can. You want your chat to move though. A moving chat is important because that tells the algorithm people are here, they're liking what they're seeing, people are engaging. So you want, as a live host, to have a moving chat. Now, you could have a moderator. If you're thinking things are moving too fast for you, you might have a moderator and that person can pin comments for you. You can start talking and doing things that you need to do in your live stream, and they can help support your live by managing the chat a little bit more, answering people's questions, engaging that way. Thank you so much, friends, who are here. And if you're new, come on in. Let me know you're new. I appreciate everybody joining. The other thing I will say that though is in the beginning, you want to be in that chat. You want to be in that chat more so than you want to be sharing your information, because your community, this is the power. These are the people you want to connect with. Hey, Diva, thank you so much for being here. You're new to the room. I make handmade custom jewelry. Thank you, friend. Everyone need a hustle. 70 baby and daddy's girl. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you, Trish. Trish, you're back. Welcome. So you want to be in your chat as much as possible, especially in the beginning, because that's where you're building community and people are coming back and they're connecting and engaging. So this is a good thing. But I will tell you, if it comes too fast, too much for you in the beginning, maybe have a moderator. Maybe tell your community kind of how you operate. Like maybe you want to say a few things and then you go back to your comments and connect that way. It's a good practice to just let people know the flow of what's happening so that they don't leave. Christine, you said I'm new, starting my new account tomorrow. Okay, welcome to the room, friend. Awesome. You start a new account tomorrow. Okay, 2600, no bio. You want a bio? Let me know if you have a question though. You do definitely want a bio. I'm gonna give you homework. Create a bio for the new one and the old one. New to the room. Appreciate your faves. Thank you so much for being here as well. Extraordinary, forever, evolving mom, blunt but intentional, friend and teacher. Thank you so much. Then it got cut off. Can you practice before going? Yes, yes, vintage bestie. I don't know why that word is struggling today. What in the world? So, hello, lovely. Thank you all. Going live. Okay, yes, there's a practice mode. When before you go live, under settings, you can scroll to practice mode, click that, and go live under the practice mode. So you're not pushed out. Nobody will see you. You'll get a message in like 30 seconds to say, do you want to go live or do you want to continue practicing? You can click continue practicing or not now. I think that's what it says, not now. And you will stay in practice mode. And then from that point, you would have to end the live or click go live. So it's totally up to you. So you can practice. There are some people who do that all the time. Like if I want to practice, when you're in practice mode, you don't get all the features. So like if I want to play around with some effects and stuff like that, I might go in practice mode for that. Thank you all for the follow. I'm a so remembrance God. I do sound and I also receive messages. So I'm kind of in both worlds. Gotcha, friend. There are, like I said, there are people who do their live stream. You know what? Do me a favor, Divine. When you get a chance, message me. I'm gonna message you a person whose room, and I want you to go to her room, who has over 200, 300 people in her room, and she's an intuitive and she's a medium. She's in the agency also. She's a medium, and her room is always rooming. Now, I tell you that as an example of someone who does have moderators, but a lot of times she's in her own chat. And so you can kind of see how she does things. So I am as well. Okay, so yeah, so message me and I will connect you to the person I'm talking to. Go to her room. And that's what I would tell most of you guys. If you guys have a topic or a niche that you're interested in, go to people's lives that do it and see how they flow. What are they doing? Are there any tips and strategies that you can kind of take and use for your own life? Is there some things you want to adopt because you see them doing and manage in their room and their chat? I would definitely encourage you to do that. So you want to do that exploration so that you can decide what little gems and nuggets they're doing. You're like, ooh, I'll do that. And so that way you can have as much guidance and support as possible. Thank you all for who are coming in. I appreciate you guys. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, let me talk about sharing. There's the arrow in the corner. Hey, Lady K. There's an arrow in the corner. If you click that, you can repost. You can add to story. You can also share it to individuals or groups. And you can also do a power share. Let me show you what a power share is. If you press down on the center of the screen like this, that screen pops up. So I don't know if you guys ever knew that happens, but if you press down in the middle of your screen, that screen pops up and then you can share it to these individuals, send it to them, or you can go all the way to the bottom and you can search for people individually you can send it to. So that's called a power share. So that's another way you can share out the live. Can't find any lives on manifesting. Oh, okay. Let me explain that real quick. You want to train your algorithm so that the algorithm knows who you are and what you're about and what you're looking for. So I'm going to show you real quick. I will show you that too. When you set up your boards and such, do you do it during practice mode? Setting up your board you got to do before you go live. You don't do it in practice mode. So before you go live, you have to actually put the words in the board. You're going to click settings for boards. Okay. In mindset. Yep. Thank you all for the follow. I see you, friend. Okay, I'm gonna have to go live from the computer because I can't see those tiny words on the phone. You can't. There, the phone, this computer is called Live Studio, not TikTok Studio. It's called Live Studio. Live Studio. You can go on the computer. People like the computer. I'm lukewarm towards it. I'm learning it though. I'm not giving it up yet. But people do prefer the computer as well, so it is an option. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to show a couple things. Thank you all who are here. I'm going to show a couple things with my phone because I told you guys I was going to talk about a couple different topics. Because at my 10 o'clock, there was some spillover conversation. I said I'm going to talk about it at my 4. So if you're back, if you were in my 4, my 10 o'clock train of justice, thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you for the gift. If you are back, Anita, how are you, friend? Thank you for being here as well. For my 10 o'clock, put in the chat back, BACK, put back. So I know you're back. All right, you're welcome, sis. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Put in the chat that you're back because you came to my 10 o'clock and you're like, okay, I'm back. All right, Kate, thank you so much. All right, you guys are back. I appreciate it. So a couple conversations we gathered from the 10 o'clock was that somebody wanted to know about audience control and content disclosure. Let me share that. Somebody wants to know how to make money here. What's the game? How do you make money online? So we're going to talk about TikTok Live. We're going to talk about making money on TikTok as a live host. So we're going to talk about scale live rewards, and we'll talk about leagues because that question came up as well. Thank you so much. How you doing, Horatio? Thank you so much for the daily heart me. And then we also are going to talk about. Somebody asked about TikTok Shop, so I'll talk about TikTok Shop. I have I have a solid hour and about 40 minutes or 20 minutes rather before I have to go because I do have a hard stop at 6. I am a creator network agency. We do have our weekly meeting today at Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Florida. So all of that, I need to wrap up things by 6. So I'm going to try my best to get through things. I love answering questions. I go live daily at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern daily. I'm happy to come back and answer questions if I missed your question. So I'm gonna show a couple things, but make sure you guys are connecting with me. If you click my photo here, my mini profile is gonna pop up. Click my photo again, it takes you to my main profile. There's a bell in the corner. That bell is your friend. St. Petersburg, hey neighbor. I'm in Orlando. So that bell is your friend. It shows you when I post content and when I go live so you can get notifications. So make sure you follow me, but also click the bell for notifications. All right. All right, friends. I appreciate you. So let's do this. I'm going to show my friend really quickly manifestation. I just want to show you something. If you go to your home screen, let's do this. If you're on your profile, this is my agency profile. I'm going to click the home button down below. When I click the home button, I'm going to search how long do shoppable lives need to be. Typically they tell you 2 hours. I'm gonna break that down for you though, but 2 hours is probably what you want to schedule for. So I'm gonna put the word manifestation in. Manifestation. This is really quickly for my friend who was saying I don't find anybody. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Let me flip the camera. As I'm typing the word, I haven't even finished manifestation. You see these arrows? These are trending words for manifestation. I haven't even finished the word, but you can already see that it's popping up. These are trending words. So depending on what you're searching, so these are trending searches. So I haven't even finished the word yet, but you can already see there are trending searches that are popping up. So if I click manifestation, then it tells me people who have talked about that. There's some top videos for it. There are even top lives for it. Let's see. Somebody has manifestation in their live. So they're talking about something on this app about manifestation. Manifesting the easy way. Manifesting. So this is where you can find different people who have somehow that topic is part of what they are talking about. The AI is really sophisticated now. So they're either talking about it or it's their title of their live or it's their name for their live. So I mean, name of their page. So again, that word is part of something they've said or they're doing. Okay, so just know that it's there. So you can search by lives, you can search by sounds, you can search by hashtags. If you are, let me scroll over. It's not working. Hashtags are there, places, shop, all the things. So anything, that search bar is your friend. If you have something that is relating to your topic, your niche, something you want to explore, use that search bar. Okay? That's going to be my first tip for you. Use the search bar so you can start honing in on things so the algorithm can start seeing what you're searching, understanding what you're interested in, how it can start populating your For You feed, how you can start seeing that show up in your content, okay? So that is going to be key for you, okay? So start searching there, search variations of the words that you're interested in, search different topics. All of that is what you want to do. Thank you so much. Looking at you. TikTok listens to everything you say. Living in Clearwater, Florida is the title. Thank you, Fred, for following me. We just talked about Florida. He said, I knew that was great. Thanks so much. You are so welcome, friend. Why do we need to go live? Why do we need to go live? Why do we need to go live? You know what, Rain, is that how you pronounce it? Rain Star? Is that it? Let me know if that's correct, friend. Um, the way somebody asked me that question, like, what's the benefit of going live? Like, why? What's this whole live thing about? Here's what I will say. Let me answer it differently. Okay, thank you, friend. Let me answer this question differently. When you think about going live, there are four types of people who go live. Okay, or four reasons people are going live. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Four reasons of why people are going live. Okay, I'm about to click on the live button right now and test my audio. Okay, friend. There's four reasons people go live. First of all, people go live for monetization, income. They want to make a little extra money. They're thinking about passive income or primary income, depends on what they're looking for. So income is the first reason. Second reason may be, and you can be a combination of these reasons. Don't get me wrong. You can have multiple of these fours. Okay. Should my first love not be shoppable live or regular live? Regular live, friend. Regular. Then we'll talk about products, but regular. so so you might go because you want to become TikTok famous or famous, period. You might be doing it for the fame. So think about someone who is a singer or they play an instrument, they're a musician. So whatever it is, you might want that fame and that visibility that way. So that's partially. So money, fame. You might want to do it because you want to build community. Thank you so much. Appreciate the follows. I see you all. You might want to do it because you're trying to build community. You're building community to say, you know what? I'm all about relationships and I want a connection. I want people to feel a connection to me. And that's what we're doing based on this topic, this niche, or whatever the case may be. You're doing it for that reason. Thank you so much for the hearts. Appreciate it, friends. So that could be your third reason. You want to just grow and build. And then the other reason is kind of almost like a reason that is more part of your growth strategy. It's something you want to do. It's really connected to you. You are looking to grow and manifest into something greater than what you are. Maybe you want to do this because you're practicing going live because you want to be a podcaster, or maybe you want to be a voice actor, or maybe you want to do this because of whatever niche you have. So you're perfecting that. It is really for the learning and the mastery of it. Okay? So mastery, building community, fame, and income. Those are one of the four reasons. Those are the whys. So you got to figure out what your why is. Your why is probably one of those four, or maybe the combination of those four things. But your why is going to be why you decide to go live. You said all of the above. Thank you all. Okay, went live for 1 minute, only 29 to go. There we go, friend. Hi, how you doing, friend? Thank you, Mimi. You said need new friends, show some love. See, they're doing it for building community. All right. So great lie. But again, it's up to you. I'm not telling you what your why is. Your why could be, it's gonna fit in probably one of those four buckets, but your why is very specific to why you will want to do it. Okay. So another stat for you guys real quick. I had a seminar this week with TikTok, so I kind of know a little bit to be dangerous. But TikTok says statistically, in their stats rather, that there is 8 million people who have clicked the go live button, like our friend who just said he went live for 1 minute. So there are 8 million people who have done that now in the US. Now, granted, on this app, on TikTok, there's 170 million people. That number's growing daily. They say they have 25,000 new accounts that start every single day. But there's 170 million TikTok US users. 8 million that have clicked the go live button, that are active creators that are live. 8 million of them. Agency wise, so I'm a creative network agency. I help people with their going live support and all the tips and strategies and protection. There's only 300,000 people. That's an elite group. If you're working with an agency, you're elite. So that's a whole different group. But at the end of the day, there are 8 million people who do this, and all of them have different reasons, but they typically fall into those four categories. So just know that that's why people do it. I tested the audio and it sounds very good. Now I can start going live. There we go, friend. I need to go live to sell from my showcase. Okay, awesome. So you wanna sell products from your showcase. Okay. So yeah, I would agree with that. Thank you so much. Hey, Regina. Welcome back, friend. Welcome back. Those who are in the room, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and share. We want to get engagement happening. I talked about engagement like the last 5-ish minutes of my live earlier, my 10 o'clock, but it's so important to engaging and growing. You want to engage with your community. And as a viewer, you definitely want to engage because you're looking to build and grow your community as well. How do you join an agency? Oh, let me stay with me for a little bit. I'm going to talk about my agency, but basically, agencies, I only recruit on my live stream. I don't scout. I don't go into people's live and say, hey, would you like to join my agency? I don't do that. So you either learn about my agency because people in the agency, there's 170 of us. So people in the agency have either talked about being a part of the agency and they give their referral code, or you come to my live, and I'm going to pin my agency page in a second so you can apply that way. But those are the ways you could join mine. Now other people, they actually do go to lives and they'll scout and they'll do some other stuff. I don't do that because I want to make sure people understand the expectations of it. And so you don't just go live once and say, oh, I'm with an agency. You're not with an agency then if you're not going to go live, because essentially you got to go live. That's the whole point of it. So you want to make sure you're going live and you're going to be consistent at it. Okay. So that's what I would tell you. Try to start going live and building your community. It is not something you will have overnight success. It does take time as you're growing and building your community. It takes consistency. I repeat, it takes consistency and it takes engagement. So you got to put this as something that you want to do. And then let me say this. I'm going to say this. I heard this other creator say this. He called it the DNP. D and A and D P. Okay, D and P. He called it that because he said it takes discipline and patience. I love that because I think a lot of times we are in a world. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're in a world where people are looking for instant gratification. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I want to do what she's doing. Oh, I'm going to do this too, and not realizing that there that took time, that took effort, that took some discipline, and it took a whole lot of patience. So at the end of the day, if you're not willing to put in the work and put in the discipline and patience for the growth to happen, then you won't see success. The people who are successful are the ones that stay at it and recognize and respect the fact that there are going to be some ups and downs, and ups and downs and ups. And so at the end of the day, you have to have that discipline and patience. So I really strongly believe that. And I say that because I don't want people to think it's an overnight thing. But with the discipline and patience, with the fortitude and the continuation and the consistency, you'll do well. Here from FYP and gravitated towards you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your sunflower. Michelle, appreciate that. Scott, how are you? I'm new to TikTok. Any advice? I'm looking to get new connections. All right, friends. So stay with me. I'm going to talk about engagement real quick. Yes, I say this daily. Exactly. That's it. You got to. New connections and start going live. There we go, friend. So, like your live. Thank you so much. Discipline and patience. Yes, yes. You said, what are your thoughts on posting 3 times a day to get Vintage best, you got to post the content. You got to post the content. So yes, even if the content doesn't go anywhere, even if it's not good, I got January and some of February have been horrific for posting for views for me. I'm like, what in the world? But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to post the content. You're going to have plenty of videos that do poorly, that don't get the reach that you wanted to, but then you're going to have those that do really well. My content actually is a testament to that, because you'll see where I had views, especially in January, that had just a few hundred, if that. And then you'll see several videos that had like that several thousand. I had one video, I was surprised to go back and look at it. It had like 6,000 views. I was like, oh, when did that happen? I was like, what? So just know that happens all the time. And I still haven't had that uber viral video. I've had some videos that have done well and I felt a little bit of momentum and difference. Like I've had a video that did like in a couple of days, it got up to like 22,000, something like that. And it's pinned, it's one of my pinned videos, and I think it's now 40,000. And so just know you feel it, but I haven't had a video that did the millions or several hundred thousands. So it will happen. I'm confident in that, and discipline and patience and consistency is what's going to keep me going. Okay, so just know that that is part of it. I tell people under 10K to post 10 short videos daily. But yeah, the more volume, the better you're off. Better off you'll be. So yep, post daily. Okay, post daily, one post and two stories at least. That was what Haliku said. So definitely, and Haliku is one that has had some success with her content as well as her live stream. So definitely connect with her, you all, because she has done well. So I'm gonna ping you, Haliku, so people can see that. Um, so see you as well. All right. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it, Scott. I think that was a compliment. I said you was a badass. Even no one in your live keep talking. Even if no one in your live keep talking, yes, yes, you gotta keep talking. You're right, friend. That is absolutely correct. Keep talking. Because at the end of the day, the algorithm is listening. And let me be clear, people are listening. They just haven't tapped to come in. Like I would tell you, I know there's people who are listening to me now. Y'all haven't tapped to come in. Come in, get your daily heart me, come get your points. But at the end of the day, that happens all the time. And so you just keep talking, keep connecting with folks, keep sharing information, and people will come in. They'll gravitate towards you. So you'll see. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for the daily heart me. Thank you for the follows too. Yes, and always people on the outside. They are always on the outside listening, friends. Yep. So back tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate your friend. Yes, that's what I'm keeping hearing. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. So let me our amazing. So thank you so much. Let me do something. Let me talk about a couple topics because I want to make sure I get through it before I have to say I have to leave, because I don't want you guys hanging on. I tell my husband someone's always watching. That's true. Yeah. What are the points good for? The points for your daily heartbeat, it's TikTok's way of showing you as a viewer that you are engaging in this live and you are leveling up and growing. So the people in my room who have grabbed their daily heart me, thank you for grabbing your daily heart me. The ones that have grabbed their daily heart me, they now can claim points, and they may be level 1 today or level 1 right now, but as they're coming to my room and keep coming back each day, or a couple times a week, they're growing and they're claiming points, and they're showing their level of engagement in the room. And those are your fan club members. Those are your engagers. And as a live host, you want to pay attention to your fan club, because your fan club is the people who will keep your live going and keep coming back and supporting you and growing your channel, your page. So you want to be intentional about becoming a fan club member for a live host that you really like, as much as you are claiming those points and leveling up. I think, who is my highest fan club member? I think Nika Grace might be number one. Let me see if I can see it. I know I can. I just have to look at it. I think Nika Grace might be number one. Is it going to show me? I think she is a level. She's not in here right now. She was here earlier, you all. Oh, it's not showing me. I don't know why it's not showing me. I don't see Nika yet neither. Okay. Nika's a level 41, my bad. She would be offended right now. Nika, Kim, then me. Mrs. Treetop, thank you, friend. Get me right. Get me right. No, I'm happy Nika wasn't here for that because she was she like, look here. I was 30s last week. I'm 41 today. What does that mean? 41, 38. 38 for you and Kim. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Treetop. I would be so in trouble right now. I'm happy she did not hear that. You said, what does all that mean? Okay, so you're gonna have to stay with me for a little bit, friend. Stay with me living in Clearwater because all of what I just said is important. Okay? Hey Brandy, how you doing? Brandy, how are you, friend? Should I pin my best videos? Yes. Yes, that gets you more engagement. Yes, absolutely. Pin them. Hey, Nicole, how are you, friend? Thank you for the populars, friend. I'm doing good. That's awesome, friend. Good to see you. Um, Definitely pin them. Definitely pin your best videos. And then Daily Heart Me are your fan club members. I'm going to talk about Scale Live Rewards. Let me segue. My friends who wanted to know about content disclosure, let me know if you're still with me. I'm going to go into the other account and show it to you all. So, content disclosure and audience control, really quickly, this is for if you are going live. So, as you're going live, I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay? So, content disclosure and audience control, all right? So, I'm going to show this. Okay, it's the right direction. So, thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support. Come on in. Let me know if you guys have questions as you come in as well. Um, so, we're going to go live. This is my shop page so that you guys know my TikTok shop page. And then I'm going to go to live. And so we're on the live screen. So before you go live, you have to set the audience control. When you're live, you can go and set content disclosure. You can do both of them before live, but the only one you can do doing the live or changing it any kind of way is the content disclosure. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Audience control it has to be set from the beginning. Wherever you start is what you're doing when you go live. So I'm going to tell you to click settings and the audience control. You're going to scroll down. You see audience control. It says the live is limited to those ages 18 years and older. If I turn that on, you just turn it on. You get this. So if you have to be of age for this live, if you turn that feature on, that means that you have to be 18 years and older. Okay. Let me say this. If you want to co-host with somebody, you have to match your audience control. It's for the audience control. You can't have someone who has their live open to some for minors and you want to co-host with them and they're in their room, you're in your room. TikTok will not let you match each other. They won't let you guys find each other. So you're going to click the little rings. There's these interlocking rings here, and you're going to try to find somebody to go live with, and TikTok's going to say no, 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 because their live is for minors or for under 18 years and older, because you know there's minors on this app too, and so TikTok won't let you pair with them. So you guys have to match. So either you have to turn yours, you have to end your live, turn it off, or they have to end their live and turn it on. So you guys have to match, okay? So I just want to say that, and that goes for if you're trying to do those match events called battles. If you want to try to do those, you got to be matched with the person before you go live. So that's something you need to do intentionally and say, I'm going to have it turned off. Most times you want to turn it off if you're going to do a battle, or you're going to have the conversation saying, I'm going to have mine turned on. Do you turn yours on for this live? Mine is actually turned off. It is actually turned off right now. So I don't have this button toggled on. As you can tell, it wasn't even toggled on here. I don't have it turned on. Okay. That's something I don't turn it on because I don't have content that is for a more mature audience necessarily. I'm talking about going live. I'm talking about mindset. I'm talking about helping you with beginner tips and stuff. Somebody can sit in on this live, but let's be real. You got to be 18 years and older to actually go live and monetize. So technically, minors can't do what I'm talking about, but it's not something that is not inappropriate for them to hear. So they can hear it and participate. But if you have a topic that is more mature in nature, You know what I'm talking about, y'all? Something that is maybe you're talking about a health issue or some other content that's a little bit more sensitive, then turn it on because TikTok will give you a violation for your content for what you're discussing. Thank you all. I keep mine off too. I was wondering. Yep, I keep mine off mainly. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you guys don't mind liking the live and sharing it out, when you press my nose, hold down, you can share it out to others. If you're new to my live, I would appreciate any shares. That is free support. Thank you all. Hey, loves, how you doing, Lady Pink? Thank you so much. How much engagement should we be doing? Um, you're talking about during the live as a live host or as a viewer. You want to connect with other people. You absolutely should. Why can't I make comments during my live anymore? What do you mean? Why can't I make comments during my live anymore? So during your live, you can't comment to anyone? What does that mean, Brandy? What do you mean by that, friend? Um, Rosie, you're asking about with other followers. Let me make sure I'm understanding your question too. So yeah, you definitely want to connect with other followers. Yeah. So definitely engage and you decide what that looks like. But you want to engage, you want to send stickers like gumbo pie. Hey friend, how you doing? Welcome back. Send stickers. When you put a comment in, you see the little grayed out heart, click that, and that's how you send stickers as well. I used to be able to put my live schedule in pin it as a live host. Let's see. So you mean as a live host? So if I put a comment, I use a lot for my backup phone, but if I said, let's see, let me see, go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. ET, and then I put that comment in, I hit it and pinned it. It pinned. It worked for me. That's what you're talking about. And you're saying you can't do that. So here's what I will tell you, Brandy. A couple things you might want to do. You might want to see if you have the latest app update. You might want to also check your phone to make sure you have the latest phone update. So your phone has to have the latest update. Your app needs to have the latest update as well. So and then I'm gonna share it. Stay with me for a minute because I'm gonna talk about the app update because I want to make sure people follow that process correctly. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. Okay, so stay with me. Let me finish this content disclosure stuff first. I want to go live. I'm nervous about TikTok flags and violations. Baby, don't be nervous about that. What are you talking about in your live? Depends on what you're talking about. Yeah, hopefully you're not talking about anything that you'll get a violation of flag for. But yeah, just be careful. There are some things you got to be careful about what you say and do. But yeah, I need to know how to do live on two devices. Live on two devices. You might want to do live studio. That's from the desktop computer or laptop. And then have your phone as a secondary device, a secondary source that comes in. How do you put the title at the top? I could not find it. This is called a board. It's called a board. Give me 1 second. I'll talk about it quickly. Um, okay, I'm going to go live tomorrow for at least 30 minutes. There we go, friend. Yes, like phone and tablet. Um, Unless you had two separate accounts, you wouldn't be able to do the phone and tablet on the same account. You would have to do a phone in a computer, laptop. You wouldn't be able to do the phone and tablet unless you're doing two separate accounts. So, like my shop account, I can invite it to come in and join me in this live, and I'm two different accounts that way. But Live Studio allows you to be in the same live with two different camera sources. It's a different way of looking at it. Um, you said I have Live Studio set up. That's what you use? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Live Studio would be the way you would do it. Okay, gotcha. I got 6 people to go live for first time in my room. That keeps me going when I get discouraged. There we go, friend. I love it. Okay, really quickly, content disclosure. So we just talked about audience control. I turn that on and off. Content disclosure, you're going to scroll all the way down. Content disclosure. You're going to hit that up. It says disclose the content promoted in this live. So if you are talking about your brand, something very personal and specific to you. Maybe you want to talk about some companies and some other things that you've worked with, and you want to kind of name drop a little bit. You want to make sure that you turn on this content disclosure. If you got products that you're talking about, but maybe you're not even selling them, maybe you're knitting or crocheting, turn on this so TikTok knows that you're not trying to, um, promote products offside the app, but it's part of your brand. Thank you so much, Coach Jerry, here from the FYP title got me. Hello, everyone. Hello, friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for that feedback too. I appreciate that support. So you're gonna toggle this on. It says, tell viewers that this live promotes a brand, product, or service. Could be representing yourself or collaborating with another brand. Okay? So you turn that on, and then you're gonna click my own brand. You are promoting yourself or your own business. Okay? You turn that on, and then you hit save. Okay? So that is content disclosure and audience control. Turn those both on, depending on what your topic is. Turn them both on. All right. How about items from TikTok Showcase? So when you activate the shopping cart, it automatically turns that on. So your showcase, once you activate that shopping cart, you put products in it, is then telling TikTok very clearly that you are promoting other people's products, and that content disclosure will be turned on. Okay? So I'm talking about my books. I would turn that on. Yeah, I would. Yes, yes, I would, Nicole. Absolutely. Yeah, I would. Is it hard to read or keep up with the comments with light in your face, or do you just use another device? Um, Not hard to read. My light is up higher. It's on my tablet, so I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. You also can swipe your phone from left to right and see the words enlarged. I don't do that necessarily because it kind of grays me out. And so I don't see all the other interactive pieces. I just see the big words on the screen. But that is another way to read the screen if you wanted to get used to doing it from that screen. But yeah, the comments, they don't bother me. The light's not shining in my face or anything like that. My light is kind of tucked a little lower. Oh, that place is popping off. Oh, you said, oh, this place is popping off. Hey, Glow. Thank you for always confusing me. Thank you for always confuse. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. That always confused me. Okay, gotcha. I thought you said, "Am I confusing you?" You're fine, friend. I appreciate it. Thank you all. I appreciate the support. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Wrote down your live times. Thank you. You all definitely be back. Okay. Appreciate it, friends. Not a problem. So let me know if there's other questions. So other thing, boards. Really quickly. This is a board. This is for you, Nicole. TikTok, now TikTok, you know what? You ain't no good. TikTok just gave me a puzzle, y'all. I'm moving, talking, y'all chatting. I tell you, it comes with no rhyme or reason, so just be prepared. It's like a little puzzle piece you got to move over. So TikTok, be nice. We are talking about all things going live. Go live at 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, so works well. Okay, perfect, friend. Let's see. Yeah, the puzzles, I don't understand it. I tell people no rhyme or reason to it. So here's what I say. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate you all for the support. When it comes to boards, really quickly, boards are here, and you'll see it says boards, and you create the boards before you go live. You add a board here. You click general. Multi-guest boards are for panel boxes when you have guests up. But you can create a board, you can use a template, you can edit it. The one thing I will tell you, and I'll review it and save it. The one thing I'll tell you is that on your board, let me tell you right now, friends, if you use the word TikTok, that's a no-no. You notice TikTok is not on this board. I didn't say want to go live, want to go TikTok live. I didn't put that because that's a no-no. So TikTok will suppress your views. So you want to make sure you write, don't put any social media platform. TikTok, FB, IG, YT, ESTY. That's it, right? ETSY. ETSY. Don't put that either. Don't put any of them. Okay? So don't put a name of another social media platform or another company name on your board. Don't do that. Don't put, hey, UG, thank you. I could not find the boards. Okay. So that's where it's at, friend. Thank you so much for the follows. I see you all. Appreciate everyone coming in. The other thing I will tell you, don't put a name of your personal name on your board. I don't put Dr. Lisa up there. Don't put it. Okay? So don't put a name on there. Personal information. Don't put it on there. Don't put a website. Don't put a website. Okay? Don't put it on your board. Don't put pricing. Don't put a dollar sign, any pricing information. Don't put it on your board. So, again, be intentional about what you're putting up there because TikTok will suppress your views and you may even get a restriction where it's like, oh, you're trying to push people off the platform because you put your website up there or because you put a social media platform up there, even if it's TikTok. You're like, all I have is TikTok. No, you can't put it. So I want to say that because I know that is like one of the number one offenses, and people are like, I'm not sure what's going on, and often it is your board. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Your board could be the problem. Um, so content disclosure, audience control, boards I just covered. So let me know if there's any other questions. I want to skip through. I want to talk about Scale Live rewards. I'm going to talk about engagement a little bit. Where do I go again? Under boards, for boards, you're going to go under settings before you start your live. So under settings, before you start the live, click the setting button. You should see board. Although for the latest update, boards came out. It's like a little box that says boards now. So check both places. It will be one of the little boxes there next to settings. So check there or check inside settings. All right. So that is boards. So when you go live on TikTok, so TikTok live, somebody asked the question. So we've had a nice amount of people come through today. And Brittany, what was the other question I was going to say? What else did you want me to share? Because I was going to show it, wasn't I? Before I went to Scale Live Rewards. What did we just talk about? Not the boards, but what else did you want to say? There was something else I said I was going to show you. Do boards help to push the live out for the FYP? Maybe. I'm going to say not necessarily, but just think about the message I had here. The message will stop the scroll sometimes. Like somebody came in my live, it's like, oh, you said, I think you're good. You think you're good. Okay, perfect. The message will stop the scroll. So people might see your message and they're like, ooh, I want to go live. Beginner tips. Okay, let me listen to her for a minute. And so it depends on what you're sharing. It's a marketing tool. That's essentially what it is. I think to a certain extent, it also does help with visibility because the algorithm is essentially managed because of you. And so let me repeat that. So when you are searching for something, looking at something, watching, what you're engaging in, you're informing the algorithm. You're informing it, you're managing it. So if you are searching about go live tips, if you are searching for beginner tips for this app, if you're searching maybe my launch your income, maybe you're searching for how to make money online, maybe you're searching for digital marketing tips, maybe you're looking for live streaming tips. And because you've done that, TikTok's like, well, let me push her live out in front of you. Let me put this on your FYP. And so a lot of times the FYP is because of what you've been looking at and searching. And now TikTok's like, okay, you might be interested in this. Let me put this in front of you. So just keep that in mind. You are informing the algorithm. And I'm going to talk about TikTok Shop in a minute because, again, that's another way you tell TikTok you're interested in getting TikTok Shop. So some of the people are coming back because I said I'll pause the conversation and share that later. But at the end of the day, what you do on this app, it is paying attention to. Okay, so as you're thinking about, okay, this is what I want to search, I want to see in my feed, start searching for those things. Okay, so you inform the algorithm. So thanks so much. I learned so much already in a few minutes. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you all who are following too. I appreciate it. What time do you think is good to go live for real estate? Oh, you're not going to like my answer. Let me say, yes, the message will definitely stop the scroll. Yes, yeah, it does. It's marketing. Absolutely. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate it. You're not going to, the reason why I say you're not going to like my answer, because I'm not going to give you an answer. Um, here's what I tell people. You got to go live when you can be committed to going live. So it starts with you. My people in the agency, my people who are here, they know I say that all the time. Because if you are bouncing around different times, and say everybody came to my live today at 4 o'clock, and you're like, ooh, I really liked her. She was great. The information she was sharing was awesome. And I never go live again at 4 o'clock. They're going to be like, what happened to her? Where's she at? What's going on? I never found her. And then when they're here trying to meet me at 4 o'clock, they find somebody else that they can go and get guidance and tips and support from. Because let me say this for a real estate perspective too, and this is for anybody who has a business here. I get it, yeah. So happy Sunday, hey Charlie. Um, Let me say this: anybody who's here right now, if you are doing this from a business perspective, this is kind of one number one tips that you need to understand. It often takes people 7 to 12 times to see you, hear you. You're building what they call the know, like, and trust. You're building that. So they have to come back several times before they're like, "Oh, I want to get what they have. I want to connect with them. I want to learn from them. I want to be a part of whatever they have to offer. I want to get their thing." So if you're bouncing around all over the place and trying to figure out what's the best time and day to go live, then you can do that a little bit in the beginning because you're getting used to the app and algorithm and live stream and all the stuff. That's fine. But at some point, you need to figure out a time and day that you can be consistent. Okay? So you want to show up, you want to be consistent, you want to connect with your viewers so that they can always come back and connect back with you. And you've heard me say to a couple people like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you." Because again, I've been here. They ain't been here. That's the problem. I'm in here. So, but at the end of the day, people will not always come on this app. So you're here today, and then I may not see you for a few weeks. So, but I'm gonna still be here. I'm gonna still be consistent because I'm committed to this process. Thank you all for the follows. I see you. Thank you for the tips. You're welcome, friend. So keep that in mind. So it starts with you. Find a time that you can start going live. When I started, can I do this faceless? You can do it faceless. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it faceless. Sherry, so Sherry, you asking me some. So now y'all asking some really deep questions. So these are like philosophical questions, and to a certain extent, because here's, and I just said it kind of too. I don't know if you caught that. I said people have to see you 7 to 12 times to know, like, and trust you. So as you're building that know, like, and trust, a lot of times people like to connect with you. You guys are connecting with me because you see my face. I'm not showing any fancy screens. Every now and then I pull my phone out and kind of walk you through something. But at the end of the day, it's me. And so they're getting to know, like, and trust me. So depending on what you're doing in your live stream, they have to feel connected to that. So I have a couple people in the agency. There's one person in particular. Well, I'm gonna name two different people. One person, she is, well, three people. I'll name three different people. One person, she is doing Canva training. So really throughout her live, all you see is her computer screen. She's showing you Canva 100% of the way. I'm trying to think the times I've seen her live. I don't think I've seen her face. Now we've met for one-on-ones because I offer one-on-ones in the agency. We met for one-on-ones, so I know how she looks. But when it comes to her live stream, I've never seen her face. So she does it well, and people are in there because they're learning her Canva tips and they're learning everything she's sharing, and they love it. And so what she's showing is part of the know, like, and trust because they're like, "Oh, I like how she's informative and how detailed she is and how she goes through the steps and she's answering my questions because she still sees the chat. So she's engaging. Hello, friends." So it's really good for her, but she's done that well in her live stream. So it depends on what your live stream is. The other person who does is my crocheters. I have a couple crocheters. They're showing the crochets. They're doing that. And you're seeing the patterns and they're talking and seeing their chat, but they're showing their work. And then my other person, she does tiny stilettos, y'all. She does literally tiny stilettos. She does doll shoes, like 3D printing of doll shoes, and all you see her is decorating and designing her shoes. Her room is fascinating. I love watching it. But she gets a lot of watchers, so y'all gotta engage too. I'm gonna teach y'all how to engage, so go engage. But again, it depends on what you're doing and what people are drawn through. Those are I'm drawn to based on your live stream. So those are like three different types of lives, and they're talking to their audience. Their audience is important, and that's a whole nother philosophy when you think about digital marketing, because this is a subset of digital marketing. This is live streaming. So as you're going live, you are building your know, like, and trust to your with your target audience. So again, you gotta know who you're talking to. Who's your audience? How are you talking about things that are of interest to them? I'm talking to beginners or people who are interested in going live. And so that's, you guys are my audience. So you're here because of what I'm sharing. All right. So, and you build that know, like, and trust. So I know that was a long winded answer, but at the end of the day, if you're going to do this, it depends on what your live stream topic is about. And it depends on how engaging your live stream is, and obviously relatable to that audience member, to your target audience. All right. Let me know if there's any questions about that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Those who are coming in, I see you all. If I did not say hi to you, put new in the chat. I would love to connect with you. Um, I'm going to talk about the scale live rewards because the question about monetization came up earlier. So I want to make sure I address that from essentially the systematic approach to how TikTok monetizes your live stream. Okay, so there's a process. V8 Confidence, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you chiming in and saying hello, luxury, smart, pretty. Who knows engines? And then you have your stand in there. Appreciate your friend. Yaya Time, how are you, friend? Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you coming back. Author, live GQ host, Team Jesus. I love spreading light, joy, light, love, and Southern charm. Maybe that's what it was. And cuisine. It cut off. It was a C word. I filled in the blank. Angela, thank you for sharing out the live. Vanetta, thank you so much for being here. You have your information here from Callie. I appreciate your friend. MSW, psychology major. Awesome. Robbie, thank you so much for being here as well from survival to healing. Leukemia warrior, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, welcome, friend. Recovery, growth, purpose. Appreciate you being here. Oh my gosh, that so many of you guys think it says charm. Was it charm? Okay, awesome. That was a guess. I was like, maybe it's charm. That's great. Love it. Chris, how you doing, friend? You're an artist, a podcaster, web design strategist. Love it. And you have your website in your bio too. Awesome, friends. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. So my newbies, like I said, I like to talk to my newbies. TikTok is being kind to me today. So we're gonna go with the flow today because sometimes TikTok is like, people don't need to hear from you today. So I end up not having the reach, but I'm having a bigger reach today. So I appreciate it. So a couple things I was going to share with you all. So Scale Live Rewards is the next thing that I'm going to talk about, but really quickly, somebody asked about engagement. And I briefly talked about it at the end of the live. They said, how long do you engage? How many people you need to engage with? So I'm going to talk about something really quickly. New trying to figure out how to monetize on this app. All right, Kat, appreciate you. We're going to talk about it in a second. Let me talk about engagement though. Artist, writer, live host, which is actually very much related. So, in order to be successful in this app, just really quickly, and I don't gatekeep, the keys to success here is consistency and we say engagement. Those are the two things you want to pay attention to. How are you engaging in other lives and other content in your live as well as a live host, as a viewer, as a guest, as a content creator, all those hats that you wear, because that's what you're wearing. You're wearing multiple hats. And so, depending on where you're at in this app, you are operating in a different hat. If you're TikTok shop, you're an affiliate. Okay? You're an affiliate. If you're doing live stream, you might be the live host, or you're the viewer, or you're a guest if the person has a panel. Okay? If you're on the content side, you're a content creator. You're an influencer. Okay? So all those hats you're wearing, you got to engage too. Okay? You got to have engagement at its core. And I said it earlier, and I said it even in this live earlier. I said engagement begets engagement. So as you are engaging, you are meeting new people, you're connecting because you're building your community one person at a time, essentially. And then when you get content that does really well and it goes viral, you amass a lot of people who are interested in your content of what you did. It might have been a trending topic or something like that, or it might have been something very near and dear to your niche and to your topic. But because of that, you're now had new people, new followers. And how do you engage with them? How do you continue to post content that's relevant to them? How do you maybe connect with some of them in a meaningful way? Because you go to their lives, you go to their content, you engage there as well. So that's what's happening on this app. And if you're not doing that, then you might be missing out on a bigger picture here. Okay, so I just say that because I want you guys to always have an engagement hat on. Okay, and as a live host, you got to do it too, and as a viewer, you definitely got to do it. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? What I miss? You didn't miss nothing, friend. We're just talking. Come on in, though. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the support, everybody. And so let me just talk really quickly on engagement. Then I'm going to talk about skill live rewards because all of it is connected. Um, so when you are, thank you, you're welcome. So when you are in someone's live, there's a couple things you guys are going to do. I'm new to all of this. You're welcome, friend. Thank you. So needed to know what was shared, what you are sharing. Appreciate it. You're welcome, friend. Um, here's a quick tip, really quickly. I want you guys, and I'm gonna do it from my other account since I'm on my shop page. Well, I'll go here. I'll go on the agency page. I'm gonna do it real quick. So, okay, this is the agency page. I'm in the chat, and I'm gonna connect with Chris. Chris said he needed to hear this, so I clicked Chris's picture. I saw his comment. I clicked his picture. There's a little at symbol there. I'm gonna say hi to Chris. Okay, and I'm gonna say, and his name popped up in the chat there, and I'm gonna say hello, friend. I always say that. Okay, and I'm gonna hit send. So you see my little comment to Chris. Always. This is just a quick tip because I know some of you know to do this, some of you don't. So always say words to the person. So never dry tag. Say hi to people. Say connect with them because that's important. Because I think we should get paid for all this tapping. You're so funny. um. So Lisa knows the truth. Oh, thank you, friend. So with that, as you are, well, you guys, why y'all doing all that tapping? Get a tapper. Come in my showcase and get a tapper. Y'all using y'all fingers. That is so 2025. You should have a tapper. Okay. You should have a tapper, friends. Okay. Get yourself a tapper. So with that though, you said what? Yes. Okay, Lord. Now y'all gonna have me digress again. Let me. So I'm gonna put this on my phone. Let me show y'all real quick. You said I need the light too. So look here. I'm gonna cut this off. Y'all see the hearts, and then y'all see up here, my hearts are going, and that line is moving across. Y'all can't see it because of the red. The red might be that heart got fatter. You see, I got a little fatter, and it's percolating. I'm gonna turn the tapper off, and it'll show how many hearts taps I said. I did 33 taps just then. Okay, so get yourself a tapper as you're on a live. You can be easily paying attention. And then as a live host, I can see who's been tapping away. Thank you all for the follows. I see you all. Thank you, friends. I can see how many taps y'all sent. I can see how many shares y'all sent. What's the '07? How many taps is doing? That's the rate. That's the rate it's doing. You don't want to go too far over that because TikTok will be like, this is fake engagement. It's not real. And TikTok will suppress your taps. So you want to be intentional about how you do it. I'm new to this whole thing, TikTok. Thank you. You're welcome for all this information. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely want to get a tapper. Okay, so that's free support. Let me say that that's free support. And then what I was sharing with you all is engaging with other people. And as you're connecting with people, you saw where I click Chris's photo. I can click, um, I can click his photo. How you doing, Star Girl? How are you, friend? um, I can click his photo and I can click follow him. So, that's another way for you to engage and connect with people. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate the teddy bear. Appreciate you, friend. So, you want to do that engagement. Thank you all for the gifts. I see you all. Thank you for that. Locked in with, is it Daisy? Thank you so much, friend. So definitely that's engagement. So liking the live, I just showed you guys how to like the live. We got 53K. We're gonna try to see if we can get to 100K before I leave. We got 30 minutes to do it. Thank you so much, friend, for that daily heart me, my fellow Lisa. Um, I'm gonna try to talk quickly because I still want to get in TikTok shop. I'm gonna do scale out rewards really quickly. So let me do something. Let me go to my other account. So scale our rewards. So tapping, sharing the live. You guys shared it out quite a bit. You want to continue to share the live out. Power share, tapping the screen. Comments are important. Engaging with one another. You look at people's bios. That's why you got to have a bio. If you're in my room now and you don't have a bio, you're going to create one because that is really your introduction for people to know who you are. It's also your introduction for TikTok to know who you are. So TikTok is first because as you have that on your page, it's helping the algorithm know what type of content you're going to produce. As people are searching for things, they can come across your profile. Maybe your name is keywords that you want to use as well. So keep that in mind. That is something very important for how you optimize your profile. So have words in your bio. I have a question about going live for the first time. What's that, friend? Inky Mom. Let me know what your question is. I might have, let me know what's your question, friend. Um, And then I go live daily, so I'll be back tomorrow at 10. I do have a hard stop at 6 o'clock because I'm doing my agency meeting. So if you're interested in the agency, let me know. I also offer one-on-one consultations and coaching. So if you're interested in that, that's another way to get support as well. So you're going to go to my profile. If you go to my profile, you can go to the agency page to apply. There's a web page on the agency's profile. I don't have it on this one, but go over there and connect, and I can pin it here. You can also inbox me if you are interested in support. So this is another way to get a hold of me. You can message me, do a DM in the corner here, or message me now if you are looking for additional support. If you go private, people can't see your bio right. Exactly. Yeah, and I'm not a big proponent of private necessarily, because I think, again, I tell you guys, this is an engagement and an engagement app essentially. So consistency and engagement matters. And so if you want to be anonymous, if you want to have I don't know, a Rose as your profile picture and your name is Rose, but that ain't your real name, you can have that. You can do whatever you want. No one's checking to make sure that's truly who you are. If you want to be faceless and all your content is faceless and your live stream is faceless, you can do that. I just don't agree with making your account private, because it really stunts your growth, because people don't necessarily follow private accounts, as well as you got to go back and verify who you want to follow and all this. Don't follow them back if you don't want to, or you decide on how you engage with them. You decide not to follow them. You decide, you have a choice, but making yourself private limits your options. That's my thoughts about it. But there are people who do it, and that's totally fine. So yeah, so if you're going live for the first time, what advice would you give? Like, actually, how to start it? I do on my page. I do have. You said, what is an agency? Give me 1 second, Chris. I'll explain that in a second. I actually, it's a free program. Just so that you guys know, I always like to say free. One of my people in the agency said, "Why don't you say it's free? Because people need to hear that." So I have to say it's free. Okay. But I'll explain that in the Scale Out Rewards as well. Um, when it comes to advice I would give, I would definitely encourage. First thing you need to do is actually get live access. You have to have your ID. You have to press the go live button. They're going to make you do a age verification. So you have to be 18 years and older. And then I say for those first 3 lives, because you got to do 3 lives on 3 separate days, 24 hours in between each, um, so that you can get full features and full features on the live stream. And you have to do a total of 30 minutes. So I tell people, break it up, do your time, play with the effects, play with the features here. Don't, don't worry about, oh, who's going to see me, who's not. Tell people, hey, come on in. I'm playing with the effects. This is my first live. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. I'm going to go live on this topic. Come in, join me. Are you new? What have you done before? You can have a whole conversation as you're playing around with the effects on the screen. So don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Okay? Just go live. The more you do it, the better you will get. Your day 1 is not going to look like your day 10. Your day 10 is not going to look like your day 20. Your day 20 ain't going to look like your day 30. If you're going live consistently. Now, granted, if you waiting 2 and 5 weeks before you go live again, yeah, they all going to look the same. Just going to say. Because you start over every time. But if you're going consistently, remember I said consistency and engagement, then you'll see the growth. You're going to see yourself improve. You're going to get better. So that's just the law of averages. As you do it more, you're going to improve. So yeah, just keep going. So I'm doing well. Help me help you. Appreciate you, friend. Hoping to join the 6:30 today. Thank you so much. Just wanting for your waiting for your message. Let me do this. I'm gonna do it from the other account since I'm on the live here. So you're gonna get it from the agency account. The account I was just doing it. I can do it right here, friend. Let me do it real quick. I was gonna try to do it from my account, but I'll do it from the agency account so you have it. Let's see, friend. I got you covered. You said I'm hoping to join the meeting. If you fill it out while we're here, um, I'll be able to add you to the email. list that goes out. Give me 1 second. And okay. Um, all right, friend, you got it. Okay, so you just got it. Oh, that's a great question. What was the question? Um, can you have someone next to you in your live? Yes. You can co-host. You can have a guest come up and a co-host. You sure can. I wouldn't do it with TikTok Shop though. TikTok Shop is very, when you're doing TikTok Shop, they want you to promote the products. So oftentimes people do it and they'll get a violation. So I would avoid it, if by all means, if you don't need somebody, I wouldn't activate my shopping cart. That's what I was going to ask. You tell people it's your first time, first live, just be legit, right? Be yourself. Exactly. That's it. That's it. Yeah, so Mimi, you got it, friend. So let me know if you didn't get it, friend. All right, thank you. Do you help lives have to do your lives have to be have the effect? Do your lives have that effect? No. Mm-mm. No, your lives don't have that effect. So you said Rosie added you to the email. Mimi joined the agency. That's what she did. So okay, guys, I know I'm pressed for time. Y'all so sweet. Let me try to get through a couple things. Y'all so sweet. How would I put in my first live on the board? Um, what you mean? Just put this is my first live. I guess that's it. First live. Join me. Join me for my first live. So yeah. How do you get into TikTok Shop? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna see how much I can cover in less than 25 minutes. Okay. Scale Live Rewards, really quickly. Scale Live Rewards is part of TikTok's monetization program. So as you are coming here as a live host, so now I'm putting a live host hat on. People are engaging with your live. Your viewers are supporting your live through the engagement that they're doing. They're grabbing their daily heart meat. They are doing some gifting. They're helping with your live goal. My live goal is the balloons up there. Yeah, the TikTok balloons, or maybe the gift gallery. They're supporting the live in that way. And they're doing roses or other gifts. So you are getting points for that. You're getting diamonds. So as you are growing, TikTok is you're collecting diamonds in that live stream, and then um, ultimately you are um, monetized based on those diamonds. So TikTok will you'll earn money from those diamonds. Okay, so that's what you're doing. I'm trying to go to my other account so I can show you. So when you go live, there's analytics. There's a house up here. Okay, and if you swipe the screen from left to right, right to left, you see your real time performance. Okay, hey Tina, thank you for the rose. Appreciate your friend. You see the real time performance from your live stream. With that, you see how you're performing based on a couple different metrics. Each live that you're doing per live, you can earn up to 40%. TikTok takes the 60. That 40% is based on how long you went live and how many new followers you got. Okay? So you're always paying attention to how long did I go live and how many new followers I got. Let me charge my phone. I'm going to pause for a second because of it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I should be back. Let me know if you guys don't see me. Put in the chat. See me if you see me. Okay, so how long you go live and how many new followers. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everyone who is joining and the new followers, friend. So TikTok shows that to you. So I'm going to show you real quick. Let's see. I always like to show you guys in real time. So let's say I'm going live. I'm going to go live on this account. You said hey Donna, thank you so created my account today. Need some love. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for being here. This is a brand new account. Okay, you're in here. Okay, so we have my boxes on. Let me change my boxes out. I'm gonna show this the regular way. There we go. Okay, so now here, I told you guys there's a little house. So I'm gonna click that house. This is the real-time analytics, okay? I'm gonna zip through this. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Okay, I'm gonna zip through this. So as you go live, you're paying attention to how long you go live, 0 minutes, good connection, this is going to increase over time. Okay. So you're going to pay attention to how long you've been live. Thank you so much, friends who are communicating. I see you guys. Appreciate it. And then it's going to show you how many views you got, new followers, any gifting that happened. Scale live rewards show you how much you've earned. The percentage here is based on, I told you how long you go live. This increased to, and it'll get up to 38% based on time. And then if you get new followers, 5 new followers or more will get you 2 additional%. So 38 plus 2 is 40%. So the max you can earn here is 40%. And then they have this weekly estimate. So there's another metric where you can earn up to 13%. So TikTok promotes this as 53% that you can earn as a live host. This 53 is not realistic. I mean, this 13% is not really realistic because you got to be a top A leaguer. We'll talk about leagues in a second. That's what this is up here. But it's really not realistic. So most people probably will earn like that additional anywhere between 8% to about 12 and a half. Okay, that's pretty much the max that you'll earn. Okay, so that's the Scale Live rewards. Now, I'm going to show you even another sub feature. You see it says view details. It actually breaks it down, and then it gives you tips on go live right here. What does that say? It says go live for 3 more minutes to get 10%. So that could turn up to 30% if I go live 10 more minutes. Okay. And then it says here, it says go live 1 more day and get 6%. So if I go 2 days in a row, I'll get 6%, and you'll see that part of the weekly missions you get. Okay. So this is like a crash course, but I just want you guys to know that this is how your monetization for your live works. And if you are here, it says view details. Thank you so much for the roses. It then breaks it down even further, and it tells you how many diamonds you've earned. That number will go up. This percentage will move over closer to 40%. It kind of breaks it down for you. During the live, it breaks it down. So I've only gone live less than 5 minutes. Remember we saw that? So I got that 20% there. If I go over 5 minutes, I'll get 30%. If I go over to 10 minutes, I'll get 35%. And if I go 25 minutes more, it'll go to 38%. So it is tracking for me along the way. How did you get there again? It is part of your live stream. So on my live, I'm here. This is my other account. I went live. You guys see me? I'm live on my other account. There's a house here, or I can swipe from left to right. Okay? I'm sorry, from right to left. So that's what I did. So that house you can press, or you can, and then when I click that, I click view details, and that's where it showed me. So your live can be less than 30 minutes. Your live can be less than 30 minutes, but that percentage will be less as well. So I teach that you want to go live at least 25 minutes. So you can at least get the 38%. And if you don't get new followers, that's a whole nother conversation. But if you got 5 new followers, you can get 2%. So you can get that 40%. So I always try to encourage you, especially, except if you're like the first 3 lives where you're trying to get used to going live. But anything after those 3, you should be going a minimum of 25 minutes. It doesn't make sense to go less than that. Okay? So keep that in mind. You want to go at least 25 minutes. Thank you so much for the Daily Harmony. Can you show me how to start a live as co-host or panel? These are it. That's the co-host feature. That's the panel feature. When you're live, you see it only when you go live. So that's the co-host button. If I click that, it shows people I can co-host with. Look at that. That's me. That's this live. So I can co-host with myself. So yeah, that's what that is. So you can see people, and then it'll show you even some suggested people, some random people that you can click and see if you can do a quick invite. So when you guys get those invitations, that meant there's somebody who's looking at the screen and just like, oh, let me invite them. Let me do this. And you're like, oh, okay. No, I don't want to go live with you. So does a refresh count as follow? It does. People refresh their love, refresh their connection, their relationship. Yeah, so it does. It does. You have to do it during the live though. You have to refresh, unconnect, and refresh with them. Yes. So all that has to be done during the live for it to count. Do you let people co-host that ask you, or do you vet them first? I definitely vet. People I co-host with are people within the agency mainly. And so if somebody tried to co-host me right now, I probably wouldn't do it, even if they were an agency, because this is a teaching live, and I'm trying to get through the next 15 minutes. Um, so I wouldn't do it. So it depends on where I'm at in my live stream, what's going on in the stream. But for the most part, why does somebody try to co-host with me right now? They ain't in the agency, y'all. So I could have declined them. It was a random person. See, I told you the algorithm hears everything you talk about. So I don't know if that was just happenstance or TikTok was like, co-host. She said it like 10 times. Hey, let me send her a co-host. So, but yeah, um, so here, so that's Scale Live Rewards. I showed you guys that because that somebody asked the question, and this is like a crash course on Scale Live Rewards. So it's here for per live, and then you go over here, and then there's another scale for the weekly. So each day you go live. So all that's tracked. I'm not going to go through all these things here because I want to get to, I'm going to do a quick TikTok shop conversation. But just know that just know that I can talk about it more tomorrow. I'll make a point to go a little deeper with Scale Live Rewards because I didn't talk about leagues. I didn't talk about the engagement piece. There's some things I missed. So I definitely want to come back and circle back and just kind of walk you through Scale Live Rewards. But that is part of the monetization. So know that isn't that's an important aspect to your live stream. Um, you said, how do I tell if they are in the agency? How do you tell it? Tracy? Tracy, are you an agency? Which No, you're not an agency, are you? My agency, Tracy. My people have some of them have their name like my logo. It says launch your income. Some of them have that. This is helping so much. No, so they'll have launch your income. Some have LYIA for launch your income agency. So you'll see that. What time are you coming on tomorrow? 10 a.m. I come daily at 10 and 4. So this is my 4 o'clock live. He said, how does someone get into the agency, and why should you connect to an agency? Ooh, okay. Let me do the agency conversation real quick. Okay, so and just really quickly, since I'm talking about it, thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you all. It's a free program. So I was going to say it with the Scale Live Rewards. So 40% you earn. Remember, I just said that in the with the Scale Live Rewards, you earn 40% per live. That's the max you can earn for each live that you do. The other 13% is like a weekly bonus. Think about it as a little pot that you're collecting that can get you an additional 13% of what's happening in your lives throughout the week. So that 40%, TikTok takes the 60. TikTok gives a couple percentage to the agency. So that's why it's free. TikTok is using their share to cover the cost for you having an agency. So your performance, the agency is helping you to understand how to grow your live stream, giving you some guidance, giving you some insider knowledge and tips and stuff, because we meet and we have different things that we're learning from TikTok, and we bring that to our creators. At least I bring it to my creators. Not every agency is the same. So I will say that you do your research, decide on what you're looking for, but not every agency is the same. So I come live twice a day. I answer questions. I use this as recruiting. So people who want to learn about the agency, who want to learn from me and be a part of the community, they're able to join and apply. So ultimately, an agency also has a platform called Backstage where we can submit inquiries on your behalf if you're in violation or restriction. We can also see your live stream. We can look at your analytics. We can give you feedback. So the agency really is another resource to help you grow. If you are growing and winning, TikTok is growing and winning. Remember I said the 60-40 split. So you win, TikTok wins, and then the agency wins. So that's kind of the notion. So people who are not with an agency, they just shared this statistic that 8 million people are active creators on live that have gone live, that are actively, either you have gone live a few days a week, you're essentially have an active account, not banned, not in violation and stuff. And so of that 8 million, only 300,000 are in agencies. So for TikTok, they're like, well, wait a minute. This is an elite group. These people here ideally are the cream of the crop. They are getting the support. So essentially, those are the people who are in the know. They have the exposure, they have experience or knowledge and access that they're getting to learn how to grow and be a successful live host. And so they want to grow those numbers. Obviously, they see it as a scalable business model. But again, you got to pick the right agency for you. You said, how do you get in my agency? Well, the first step, and so this is like a personal evaluation you're gonna have to make for yourself. If you're gonna get with an agency, the whole point is that you're going live. Okay. Thank you so much. How you doing, Coach K? Coach Key. I'm happy to be here. You're welcome, friend. Thank you all. So you got to be going live. So if you're not going live, if you got some reluctance about going live, if you're scared, you just keep coming back and we talk about being scared. Okay? We're going to get over the fear and I'm going to help you through that. But at the end of the day, you got to be going live. So that's the whole bigger picture here. And then ultimately, you want to be consistent. You're going to build your community. You're going to think about ways that you can grow. Okay? So that's the first step. So if you are already there, then you can apply. I'm going to tell you the reasons why TikTok won't approve you. So let me go through that. I haven't even gotten live ability. Patents and trade. You probably have it now. Usually they give it to you with 50 followers, and you will have a blue box also. So you may have it probably as of today. So check and see if you have access, friend. It took one of your lives to make me go live. Laugh out loud. Did it really? You can do it. Appreciate you. So agents are only for support in going live. Yes. So Creator Network program, the Creator Network program is for live hosts. If you go on your live stream, let me go here for you all. I'm going to show you. So if you go on your page, TikTok Studio, click live, scroll down, you tools and resources. You see where it says, hold on 1 second, all my things are needing to charge. This account is the shop account, so it's not with an agency, but you see where it says join Creator Network. We're talking about this program. So everybody should see that. If you're with an agency, you would see the name of the agency you're with. So if you're with an agency, you can't apply to another agency. So that's one of the number one reasons. I say reasons why you couldn't apply to my program. That's the number one reason. So check here. If you've applied to somebody already, you cannot apply to another agency. If you're with an agency, you cannot be with another agency. There's one agency per person for only one of your accounts. So your backup account, your other account cannot be with an agency. Okay? So let me be very clear about that. So that's where you would check. That's the Creator Network program. It's under your live center. Okay? I have not applied to anyone. Okay? So that is important. I'm a little nervous to go live, but just because I'm not sure how everything works still. That's totally fine. Go, do it scared, friend. That's what we do here. We have a sticker for that. If y'all don't mind putting that sticker in. So yeah, do it scared. And you know, at the end of the day, it's one of those things. In the beginning, it is nerve-wracking. Don't get me wrong. I'll say that. You're like, what do I say? What do I do? You're kind of figuring this out. You're nervous. Thank you, friends. I see y'all. You said how long you have to go live? What do you mean? How long do I have to go live? Or you saying in general, how long should you go live? You want to get to the point that you are going live at least, I tell people 90 minutes. Some people go longer than that, but you want to get to the point where you're doing at least a 90-minute live. Now, I'm going to get off shortly. I'm going to be right at 2 hours by the time I get off. So that's not bad. I'll be right at 2 hours. I kind of average 2 hours, although earlier today I did a 3-hour live. I was on for 3 hours. So just know, ultimately, it's going to be up to you in terms of how long you go, but you definitely want to go more than 25 minutes, okay? Because I said that's my minimum. 25 minutes is part of your monetization. So I want you to walk away with hopefully something if people came in and gifted and engaged in your live. Then you can decide if you want to go longer depending on what's happening in your live. And you decide what strategies and things you want to do, okay? I have my fitness accounts and an actress account. Would I have an agency for both? You're only going to have one live host, one TikTok Creator Network agency for one. So you would have to pick. And let me say that. Let me take that back. You don't pick. TikTok says you have to use the account that is your primary account, the account that you made the most diamonds with, the one you've monetized with. So if your actress account is the one, and even though it may not have the same amount of followers, but maybe you've gone live on that account and you've been earning on that account, then that's the account you have to apply with. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Um, so sometimes people are like, "Oh, I want to do it for this other account." You gotta be TikTok will know you won't get accepted in the program. They'll say multi-account violation. That's what it'll, and it won't allow me to accept you because it'll have that error message. Um, I told you to go live for 90 minutes. Yeah, I was told to go live for 90 minutes. Yep, 90 minutes is probably my minimum. Yeah. And once you get going, in the beginning, you ramp up to that. In the beginning, I was not at 90 minutes. I was doing 30 minutes for about a week, maybe less than a week. It was probably like 5 days, and then I got to 45 minutes, and then I got to an hour, and then I got to 90 minutes. So it slowly scaffolded up. So in those first 30 days, I definitely was at 90 to 2 hours by the end of the month on average. You said I have so many questions. I want to book a one-on-one with you. What time zone are you? I am in Florida. I'm Eastern time zone. So Eastern time zone. If you want to message me here, this is where you would book. You can message me here, and I'll send you. It's my agency page. The one-on-one consultations. If you go to my profile, you'll see where my agency page is in there. It's linked in my bio. If you click that, it takes you to that page, that account, and in there is my stand store. So go to my stand there. So my stand, you can do a one-on-one that way. Okay. So what part of Florida I'm in? Oh, you're in Tampa. My baby's in Tampa. She's at USF. My baby girl. My husband's in Tampa. Tampa. My in-laws are there. Yeah, so Tampa, I know. I'm in Orlando. We're in Orlando. But yeah. So yes, Tampa. I get there. She has her car now. I was about to say, have I been there yet? I haven't been there this year yet. I need to get down there. I need to go see my child. Um, should you have two accounts? Yes, just in general, I think there's always a need for a second account, whether it's, account that can help with tapping and sharing out your live, you know, or scrolling, because I tell you everything you watch, everything you do matters to the algorithm. So you want that other account to support um, maybe some doom scrolling that you want to do or some random stuff you want to search. You can use that other account to do it. It's like your backup. Yeah. Or if you have a different interest in topic, use that account for that. So I think you can have up to 5 accounts. I can't remember my first password life out loud. That was my first account. Oh, okay. That's gonna be important. So agencies you won't be able to join should have you said there is my work account, but I have a personal one. Okay, gotcha. Um sent sent email, Senti. Um let me know if you're still in the room, friend. Let me know if you're still in the room because I know TikTok Shop, you've been waiting for me. Let me answer your TikTok Shop questions because I really didn't go there. I know I only have a few more minutes before I have to head off. So let me know if you're still in the room. I go live. So Mel, I don't know if Mel is still here. If you've been here with me this whole time, friend, she might have left. I go live every day for an hour, but not making much money. So yeah, we talk about that within the agency, other strategies, other things you can do. I tell people to do your research on other creators that are doing well. I want to know about TikTok Shop. You do. So what I will do, and I hate to say this, TikTok Shop will be my priority for tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Since I didn't get there today, I will make it a priority conversation. I didn't know if you have a quick question I can answer. I'm happy to answer it. I apologize. I know I was on a little bit of a tighter schedule for this particular live, but I'm happy to make it a conversation for first thing tomorrow. Michelle, thank you so much. Happy Sunday, friend. Thank you for your time. You're welcome. So, agency, really quickly, let me show you guys how to get there. If you are interested in the agency, um, I do one-on-ones with my creators. So we do a analytics conversation, performance conversation. So you can book one-on-ones with me. I do live twice a day. I also have a school platform where you can go and get additional information. You can also collaborate with other creators and agency. We have TikTok group chats for you to join and be a part of, and you can also post your content and post your live streams for people to know in the agency that you're going live. What else do we do? This is a great agency of supporters. There's a lot of people who will come to your live and they know how to like the live, get your daily heartbeat, tap the screen. They do all the things that are important to your growth strategy. So they get it. They understand what it means to be a live streamer and to be a live host. And so they understand how to engage in a live. They're going to be commenting, sending stickers. So we do that. I float around as well. So just know it's a great community. We are doing our retreat. We talked about it and we agreed we wanted to meet in person. So we're doing a retreat in Orlando. It'll be in Orlando in June. So really excited about that. We're actually going to be talking about that today. But just really a great community. I'm over the moon about how this has grown and the people who are here right now. Sorry to take you off topic, but I thank you so much for you sharing tonight. You're welcome, Kat. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys are interested in the agency, I'm gonna pin the agency's page here. You can go into the go to this page, follow it, go to the page, and the application is a quick submission button to apply is in my stand stores. The very first thing that's there. The second thing is just a little bit of a description about the agency. So you guys have both things that you can take a look at. And then if you're interested in one-on-ones, I have a consultations, I have coaching. Also, I do, and there's some other things in there, some free things. My overthinking guide for my overthinkers in the room. That's in there as well. So just feel free to grab whatever you need. And like I said, if you want an appointment, you can grab that as well. Um, so yes, he said I go live at least twice a week for more than an hour. No money though. We gotta get you going live more often, Nikki. That's me. So yeah, you gotta go live more often, friend. That's gonna be the key. People need to see you. You said I overthink. I have something in there for my overthinkers, so it's there for you guys to fill it out, get complete it. It's one of those things I don't want you just to download it. I want you to actually use it. And if you use it in the context of live streaming, it really is helpful when you think about what's that thing that you're overthinking. You can use it for anything. It's very general, but in the sense of when I talk about it, I haven't talked about it in some time now, but when I talk about it, I talk about it in the context of live streaming because I want you guys to know that ultimately this is something you can do. And I may not seem like a nervous, introverted person, but I am. I was you. I get it. And so that's why I said 2025 was it's a different person you're seeing that you would have met in 2024, that you would have met in 2023, and even before that. I'm a different person. And so I really do think this has been a transformational experience for me. You said glad I found you. Oh, thank you. Are the one-on-ones free? No, that is you have to pay for the one-on-ones. It's a consultation. Yeah, it's not a free consultation. The one-on-ones within the agency is free. So if you get a 30-minute performance meeting with me, that is free if you're in the agency. But the general consultations are not. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let's see. He said I'm very introverted. I love it. Time to go, Doc. We need a little breather before the meeting. This is true stuff. I appreciate you. Said let me check on them. Okay, I'm heading out, y'all. How to find the link? In my bio for the agency. It's in my stand store. So if you go to my stand, um, let me pin my comment again. Let me pin. This is the agency page. I'm gonna pin it one more time so I can you want to join, go to that page, that account. You may have to follow it. If you go to my profile here, that might be the quickest way to get to it because it's always also there and you can touch it. You can click it and it'll take you to that page actually under my profile. So it'll take you, hyperlink you straight to it. Um, and then in there is the stand store. So you can go there and then the first thing is the agency application. And then the second is just a description about the agency. So you can see that as well. And then anything else in there you'll see as well from the stand store. I will catch you next live. Okay, you're welcome, friend. Thank you so much. Hello, fellow Lisa. See you, friend. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody coming through. We are going to get off in just a moment. I'm going to let that pen work through it. And anybody who applied to the agency, let me know as well. If you want to send me a message, that's totally fine. Um, And let me know if you have any questions. You all can message me. I answer my messages. So following you, appreciate it, friend. So I appreciate everybody here. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any other questions. I appreciate all the engagement. I will be back. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm still lost in the link for the agency. What you mean? Living. Maybe as a message, I'll get the link. Okay, do me a favor. Do this. Message me here, and I'll personally send it to you. But it's in my bio. The agency, when I pin the agency, Launch Your Income Agency, it's on that page. That's the page it's on. Yeah. So what I'm going to end up sending you is the page to the agency. So it's on that page. It should be in that bio. It's in the it's a stand store. So that's the agency's web page. I mean TikTok page, and in there is a stand store page, web page. And then the very first thing in the stand store web page is the application to the agency. That's the application to the agency. Okay. Okay, I will go to your agency page. Yep, that's it. I need to do more content. Don't judge me on that page. Don't judge. I don't want y'all to judge me. I've done content here and I go live, so that page is being neglected. So I need to do more content. So don't judge me, but I will get some content posted. You had to click the links to yes. Yeah, you had to click the links to the link to another link. That's it. That's it. Link to link to link. I did that. So I will talk about that tomorrow. I did that intentionally. TikTok has sent the message that they are suppressing views from people who have links in bios. So I took my link out of my bio for this page on purpose. So that was done intentionally, and I moved it over to the agency page. So that's why I did it. Is it true? I'm evaluating it. I took it out last week. It's just been only a week that it's been away, and I'm paying attention. There's a couple of other things I've done that I think has been a difference maker, but I'm paying attention to it. So I will keep you posted. But I did remove it intentionally that to move it over to the other page. I'm new here. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome to what is it? Toodle. Thank you so much. Oh, not nice. Yeah, yeah. So, a couple other people where there's a few of us that are paying attention to that. We took our links out our bios, so I took mine out as well. So I moved it to the agency page to have it over there, and so that's why I pin it in here. I do the Service Plus thing. So I'm trying to work through a workaround, but I have not moved it back to this account in a week. So we'll see. I'll probably keep it that way for all of February. I'll keep it that way for the rest of the month, and then I may see what it looks like in March. Okay. Love your vibe. Used to live in Cape Coral. Love Florida, folks. Chris, thank you for that. Yeah, yeah. I've been in Cape Coral. Actually, I know Cape Coral very well. My husband and my ex-husband, so I have a new husband. My ex-husband and I had purchased some property there, and we ended up selling it before, because it was like a boom that was happening, a lot of development, and we had caught a deal then during the time, and then we had sold it before it went crazy, before the bubble happened. So that was like easily 10, 15 years ago. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody joining. I do have to go. The clock was like, I gotta go. All right. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for joining the live. I will be back tomorrow at 10 and 4 p.m. Eastern, so you'll see me. Don't have any conflicts with tomorrow, so I should be able to talk a little longer, so we'll see how things go. All right, appreciate everybody. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the watching, the stickers, the gifts. Thank you for your support. And remember, practice makes progress. We're not trying to search for perfection. We are progressing, and it will get easier over time, okay? So I appreciate everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? You're amazing. Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all.